back to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today, I get to stuff 2 extra money that I've received. So the first thing that I have is $160 from my daughter. We pay her car insurance and then she pays us back. So that's part of this money here. And then the job I'm currently in, I get mileage. So the mileage is also in here. So today I'll be stuffing a total of $422 into one cash fund and the rest sinking funds. And I'm really excited this time because we're gonna get to stuff a lot of sinking funds today. It's not just 1 or 2. So really happy because my sinking funds have been neglected a little bit. We haven't had a lot of money from my husband's check or from mine left over. So it's really nice to be able to have this $422 to be able to stuff today. Wait, there's supposed to be $2. Sorry, it was hiding underneath the 5s. Haha, silly me. I apologize for that. So there's my 22. So let's get started. So I have everything inside of a composition book, and in here I've broken down what needs to get paid and what's going to get stuffed from each of where all of this is going. So the first one that we're going to stuff into is pet. It's going to get $15. So pet is not something that I track. There's not a tracking sheet in here, but it is something that I'll put some money into, and we now have $20 in here. The reason I don't track it is because you know what? I don't have a reason why I don't track it. I just don't. I don't track my cash fund envelopes. I might start to if I come to realize that I am going through it too fast and wonder where it's going, but I never track my cash funds. I always track my sinking fund envelopes though. So these unfortunately aren't going to go in order. I have made all of my own cash envelopes. I bought a pack of cardstock from Walmart and made my own cash envelopes. If you would like to see how to make your own cash envelopes, I will have a link at the end of this, and you'll find a link down in the comment section or down in the description section. So let's get started. We're gonna back up to tag. So tag. So for tag renewal, we always take a little bit of what my daughter gives us and set it aside for her tag so that when it comes time for her tag to be due, we don't have to worry about it. So let me add, we're gonna put in an extra 5, which should give us $105 inside of tag renewal. All right. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105. Looks like it's time to do out some money exchange. So look for an unstuffing. I will get that done soon. So tag renewal is done. I'm a check off person. So as I do them, you'll see me right over to the side. I have to go check them off so I know they're done. All right. So then we do go in order for a brief couple of these. So we're gonna jump to family birthday. So in our house, there are 6 of us all together, and in our house, everybody gets a $100 bill. It just works for us for birthdays. So we are gonna add an extra $10 from this, which should bring me up to $150. Our next birthday is, November is our next birthday. So 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 130, 140, 145, 150. So this also is looking for a $100 bill for certain. So we definitely need to do some money swapping out here. Looking forward to that. All right, let me mark this off my list. Next, I'm gonna do office supplies. I am an office supply junkie. I absolutely love them. I like to be able to go spend money on new pens, new pencils, markers, that type of thing. So office supplies are something that I always want to have funds for. It's not a lot. The goal is to keep $50 in here at all times. Right now there's 48. So we're going to add an extra 10 and that extra 10 will put me just over the 48 and make sure that I have money in here when I need it. So let's add 10 today. So there should be 58 in here in all. 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58. Very nice. So those are my office supplies. Oh, we're going out of order again, silly me. We need to go find garden. These are all alphabetical. It's what works for me. It's what I like. So everything back here is alphabetical. There's my G for garden. We started gardening a number of years ago, probably 10 years ago, and it's something that we do off and on. And I came to realize this garden season, I didn't have money set aside for it, so we've started to work on building up our garden. Not too good at growing much of anything. We grow a couple of green beans. I'm really good at loofahs right now. That's what we have in the garden. I'm okay at cucumbers, so trying to make it work, but it takes money to make it work too. So we're gonna put an extra $20 in here, which should give me $126 if everything matches off. All right, so let's count the garden. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 120, 125, 126. I don't know why I put 50s in here. I should just leave them until I get to hundreds. I hate counting odds. I hate counting 50 and then 20s after that. I don't know why I do that to myself, but I do. Something that I try to avoid. All right, next actually does go in order, and that's gifts. Gifts is about to get wiped out. We have 2 birthdays getting ready to happen. We have 2 grandbabies, and they're pretty close on their birthdays, so we're getting ready to have to go buy for both grandbabies. We're gonna put in another 20, so that should give me 155. So yeah, we're about to spend a lot of what's in here. Oh, another 50 across. Okay, 50, 70, 80, 90, 110, 130, 30, 40, 150, 155. It matches. Sorry about that. Oh, anybody else have that problem where those counting across 50s and then 20 by 20s just drives you crazy? Gifts, home repair comes next. We are in need of a handful of things around the house, and I really am looking forward to getting some things fixed. But again, like everything else, that takes money. So we're gonna add another $20 bill to this, so that should give me $225. Now, these 100s look a little weird. They should. This means that I've already put 100 into the bank. So 100's in the bank, 200's in the bank, 25, 225. I try to, when something gets to 100, try to get it in the bank. All right, so there is my home repair. Let me mark that off. We are in the process of saving for the youngest to get a vehicle. We get used vehicles for our babies when they turn 16. So we are starting now to save money. So when he gets to 16, it's not such a shock. Today is an add another 20. So we definitely have time for this to grow. We are in no rush, but figured might as well get started now so that when he does turn 16, we've got a chunk of change ready to go. So again, we've got some hundreds in the bank. So there's 200, 220, 240, 260. Matches up. Love when it matches up. It drives me crazy when it doesn't. I have to stop everything and go figure out what I did wrong, because obviously it was something I did wrong. Land is the next. Goal would one day is to get a roughly 15-20 acres in East Tennessee over by the Appalachian Mountains. So slowly but surely, saving up a little bit of money. Not much, but you know, something's better than nothing. All right, so there should be $180 in here. Again, fake 100 means it's already in the bank. Yay! 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. All right. Oh, I forgot to mark off my land on my chart. Let me go take care of that right now. Land. Lottery. Lottery is something we probably shouldn't do, but you know what? it's something we do. From time to time, we will go buy a book of lottery tickets. Today is, so it's nice to know that I've got money set aside for that whole purpose. We're going to put another 20, which should give me $80 in here. 20, 40, 60, $80. All right. Mark that off my list. Next in line is medical. We use this not so much for doctors and stuff, but recently, like, I've gotten vitamins off of it. My youngest, for some reason, he goes into the backyard. Mind you, part of the yard does have woods on it, but he goes into the backyard and he comes back with poison ivy recently. I don't know what's up. So it's been really nice to be able to raid the medical envelope so that we could go get him some really expensive poison ivy medicine. Today, we're going to add another 20. Check that off my list. Oh, forgot to add it up. $7, $8, $96. So I really, really like this folder. Also, with all of just trying to stay a little healthier, we've gotten a handful of extra vitamins to help boost the immune system, and it's been nice to be able to come in here and get it. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96. Matches up. Very nice. Miscellaneous is next. Miscellaneous is for all those things that I forget. I've spent it, for a while it got spent like on the garden. Sometimes we spend a little too much money on groceries, so it comes out of miscellaneous. Just those things that I don't think about come out of miscellaneous. So we're gonna add another 20, which should give me $70. And there's a 50, 60, 70. That was easy to count. All right, going down the list, new vehicle is next. We are going to add another 20. We don't necessarily need a new vehicle right now, but I would like to have some extra money when we are ready to. My husband, we're probably going to replace his first. He has an 08, 07, 08. You know, I never remember what year it is. He has an 07 or 08 Chevy Silverado that we use to haul around the RV. So it'd be nice to replace that soon because it's starting to have some issues, but my car is an 012. So we have older vehicles, still love both of them. There's no point in getting a new one right now, but when we're ready to, it's nice to know that I have some money set aside for it. So 100, 200 in the bank. Those are my fake 100s. 200, 220, 230, 235. All matches up. All right, so new vehicle, mark it off. Next is pay it forward. Pay it forward is something that I really would like to do. 10 today, we're going to add 20. So that should give me a total of 23. Sometimes when I have leftover funds, I put it into pay it forward, 20, 21, 22, 23. We've used it for a variety of things. We had a neighbor who needed some extra stuff, so it was nice to know that I had it in pay it forward. I've bought things for other teachers' classrooms, so it's been really nice to have this. I'm enjoying my pay it forward. I wish there was more money in it, but I wish there was more money in all of my envelopes, if I tell you the truth. That takes us to vacation gas. So we are RVers during the summer when I am not in school. And I like to have a little bit of extra money set up specifically for the to pull the RV. Gas is already on the rise anyways, but then you put an RV behind it. Oh, we completely lose gas mileage. You know, my husband's truck only gets, what, 19 miles to the gallon if we are lucky. You put an RV behind it, we're now down to 10. So it's always nice to have some extra vacation gas money, and we should have 320 in here. Again, fakes, we're already in the bank, 100, 200, 320. So everything matches. The goal for vacation gas is to have an extra 400, so I'm so happy. We're getting close to our vacation gas goal. All right, let me mark that off. Back to school. It's going to get $40, And it's getting so much this time because I actually, back to school is going to be fully funded as soon as I put this in. I try to keep about $150 in here at all times so that if we need something, we have it. Like when we went back to school, my child got a haircut. I put money in his lunch account. He got all of his school supplies out of here. Oh, money is going to come out of here soon because we're about to pay for school pictures, and that'll come out of back to school. And then science fair project, he's getting ready to have to do a science fair project, and again, that'll come out of here. But you know what? I'm excited that I have the money to be able to spend on all of that. So today's date, I said we're adding what, 40, which should give me 149. The goal is always to have 150 in here, but 149 is more than acceptable to me. That will go down just because of for certain school pictures, and then we have to buy supplies for his science fair project. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149. So that all matches. And then back to school. And then what's next? I didn't mark off back to school. Oh, 52-week challenge. Where's my bucket? I forgot my bucket. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me get up and grab my bucket. I can't believe I forgot my savings challenge box. Oh, at least it wasn't too far away. So if you've been with me since the month of October, I started working on the 52-week savings challenge. It really isn't, I'm not really using it right. You do what you can. I'm attempting to save extra Christmas money. So that extra Christmas money, this is something that I've used in the past. I really liked it. I'm trying to save an additional $344.50. And basically it's where every week you add a quarter to this one. In the past, I've seen it is $1. So every week you save in one more dollar. So week 1, it would be $1, week 2, $2, week 3. So by the end of the year, the last week, you're saving $52. Well, I checked all of that out. Realistically, do I think I can squeeze another $344 out of my budget? Yes, I do. So the goal right now is to see if we can fill this whole chart up before Christmas. So we're going to add 20 more. I mark off multiple boxes. Let me figure out how to get this under here. I mark off multiple boxes to represent this 20 because there is no 20 on here. So we'll do 12.25 plus 7.75 is $20. This is my cute little box that I got at the Dollar Tree for $1.07. And I just fold up my 20, drop it in. We'll count this money later. I'm not worried about it right now. So let me mark off my 52-week savings challenge. And that leaves me with $102. So this $102 actually is headed back to the bank. We invest in a variety of things. I currently have dividend stocks. I sometimes play bounces in some different stocks. So this is headed back to the bank so that I can put this $102 into our brokerage account. I actually do a weekly update on my dividends. It's nothing special yet. It's not too big. The goal with my brokerage account one day is to, my husband's going to kill me that I'm going to say this on camera. My goal is to have what I lovingly refer to as a house daddy. A house daddy would mean my husband doesn't have to go to work every day. So I'm hoping that through investing that one day I can turn my husband into a house daddy. It's something that he would like to do. It's something that I would like for him to do so he can be around the house, stay home with our youngest, who's getting older, but still, it would be nice. So this $102 is headed back to the bank so that I can continue to invest it and hopefully get a house daddy sooner than later. So when I have extra monies, I write on a sticky what it goes for. I also reuse stickies, like this doesn't have a whole lot on it, so I know that I'll continue to reuse this, but I wrote a note that this $102 needs to go to the bank for investing, and I'll take care of that later. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Well, I stuffed my $422 into sinking funds. I have not put money into sinking funds in a while, so it's been really hard. Every check that my sinking funds have been neglected. So I'm so happy and feeling some relief that they're moving again back towards the goals that I have set for them. So, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check off investing. Sorry, distractions. I know I'm not the only one, so when you have a checklist, things have to get marked off. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me today. If you're not already a subscriber, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe. There should be a button over there or down below. And if you'd like notifications the next time that I stuff, either my paycheck or an extra or something else that I'm doing, I would love for you to hit that bell for notifications. And any comments, please. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if there are any videos that you would like to see, please, again, put down in the comments. I'd love to hear them. So thank you so much for joining me today as I stuff my extra check for the month of October. Thanks, guys. Bye.